Now this is a radar scope. Several of the planes, one plane per squadron at the most, I should say, would add a radar man in the radio room. And he would sit across the aisle from the radio operator, and he would study this radar to pick up various things which might be blocked out by clouds. On a few occasions, I flew the plane where the radar man was in. And after the war, when I went to Rome on a 3-day pass, I went with one of the fellas.
Oh. Was he up in the nose with the...
No, they were back behind the bomb bays in the radio room.
Okay.
On the right side of the radio room.
Okay.
And Melvin Woodcock was one of two assigned to our squadron, the other being Keith West. Melvin and I went to Rome. When we went to our reunion a few years ago in Buffalo, Melvin and his wife came down, and we had a great time with him, and he appreciated the fact that we included him on most of the things that our crew did, because being a radar operator, he did not associate with any given crew, and so he did not have the same close relationship that we would have had.
Camaraderie.
That's right. He had got when we went to the reunion a couple of years before that in Boston. He came alone. He lived in the city of Orange, Boston. He didn't bring his wife. He came alone. He did like it, so he came to the one in Buffalo. We tried to contact him for this one, and we couldn't get a hold of him. But at Christmas time this year, we got a card from him saying he hopes to see us next year. So hopefully he'll be with us when we go to Denver. And this is probably Stars and Stripes. Oh, this is about... This was in Friday, April 13th, right shortly before the war ended, when the president died.
Were you still over there then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I thought, okay, this is the Stars and Stripe issue when the war ended, May the 8th.
Do you remember that day?
Oh, yes.
Did you go party?
Oh, yeah. Well, you partied to the extent you could.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of stuff to party with.
Uh-huh. Just beer, or was there what?
3.2 beer.
Yeah.
And they had whiskey or alcohol in the officers club, but they did not make it available individually. You could have to buy it, whereas at in some of the groups you were given some. Now when we transferred to the 301st at the end, I was able to buy one bottle of whiskey because they did allow it. I was looking for, and I cannot find, an armband
I remember that.
that was red and white with stars and stripes, that we also put on our jackets when we went on a mission.
Yep.
Okay.
That's around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Here,
Okay. Now that.
trade you. Want to take a break?
Yeah. You're on.
Mm-hmm.
This is a booklet provided by Dow Chemical to all its employees who served in World War II as a handy place to keep service information. Included on the cover are the wings of a aviation cadet, lapel pin for a Air Force person, at that time called the Air Corps, American Legion pin, and a Veteran of Foreign Wars pin. It's interesting here showing our route overseas by way of Iceland and coming back by way of Africa and South America, flying a plane in each direction. This indicates the distances from our home base in Italy, indicating again that Berlin was a 750-mile trip, which was the longest mission during the war.
Yep.
And this is merely a listing of the various medals, not showing the unit citation, because I don't have one, or didn't have one. A 15th Air Force patch, and of course the insignia from a uniform, as well as the pilot's wings. And that should about do it.
Okay.